The whole virus situation means that gamers finally don't have to make excuses to spend hours in front of their gaming rigs. In fact, reports say that PC gaming has gone up by as much as 75% worldwide since March. So, to keep all you shut-ins happy, here's a list of the top 5 PC games to play released in 2020. In no particular order, it's too soon to rank them. We could have made this list in a lot of different ways, but we're going with the games that have been the most well-received overall with the best reviews. But before we start, why don't you click subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on future videos. Here we go. Half-Life Alyx. It's not the long-anticipated Half-Life 3, but Valve always delivers with its Half-Life franchise, and Alyx is no exception. This virtual reality first-person shooter was released for Windows on March 23, 2020, with support for most PC-compatible VR headsets, and it is awesome! Players use gravity gloves to interact with the environment in ways that remind you of the classic gravity gun. Alyx manages to blend VR technology with traditional Half-Life elements like physics puzzles, combat, exploration, and survival horror in a way that is both nostalgic and refreshing at the same time. Set between the events of Half-Life 1 and 2, this game has been described as VR's first killer app, and we highly recommend it.
Alyx, great! Okay, wait, my drone's okay, right?
Nope, it exploded. I'm fine, by the way.
Mount and Blade 2: Bannerlord. It's a good year for gamers who've been waiting a long time for new games from their favorite franchises. Mount and Blade 2: Bannerlord, developed by independent Turkish video game developer Tailworlds Entertainment, is a strategy action role-playing video game released on March 30th, 2020. It's a prequel, set 210 years before, Mount and Blade Warband, a standalone expansion pack for the 2008 game Mount and Blade. The game expands upon nearly everything that was brilliant about the original game and introduces tons of new elements. Though it's still in early release and not fully complete yet, it became the largest launch of the year on Steam, getting more than 200,000 concurrent players. Doom Eternal.
Who are you? A human to defy our traditions.
We can't help it if some of the best games of the year are sequels. At least they're to beloved franchises. Doom Eternal, the 5th game in the series and a sequel to Doom 2016, developed by id Software and published by Bethesda Softworks, came out on March 20th, 2020. The gameplay of the first-person shooter doesn't stray too far from the style of its predecessors, but it's been praised for its campaign, graphics, level design, soundtrack, and combat mechanics. A deviation from the usual Doom games, the increased focus on story has been criticized, but it still received great reviews. Death Stranding.
You're gonna work with the rest of us to rebuild America.
One of the best original games out this year, and not surprising, since it's the first game from director Hideo Kojima and Kojima Productions after their split from Konami in 2015.
Kojima is God. Kojima is God.
Death Stranding is an action game that is strangely reminiscent of the current COVID pandemic. The game was released in 2019 for the PS4 and won several awards last year, and was made available to PC gamers by 505 Games on July 14th, 2020. Players control a courier, Sam Porter Bridges, as he delivers supplies to isolated colonies and reconnects them via a wireless communications network in a dystopian version of the United States infested with monsters.
You to bring them online. And for that, you'll need a Cupid. This is how we'll rebuild our country.
A beautiful and unusual game. What else would you expect from Hideo Kojima, creator of the Metal Gear Solid series? Death Stranding is a wild ride worth taking.
No idea that I was alive. Living is no different from being dead if you're all alone.
Valorant. We wanted to include a new free-to-play game on this list, and the best one of 2020 is Valorant. It's a tactical first-person shooter developed and published by Riot Games, and was released on June 2nd, 2020. Riot Games is probably best known for developing League of Legends, so it's no surprise that their new game blends together classic FPS elements and MOBA, multiplayer online battle arena, elements. In fact, The game has been compared favorably to both Valve's Counter-Strike Global Offensive as well as Blizzard's Overwatch. The game is one of the most fun tactical shooters you can play and amazingly already has over 1.7 million concurrent viewers on Twitch, the second highest ever. Valorant is an exceptional team game that you can play right now without spending a thing, so go ahead. That's it for this list, but if you want us to make a dedicated list based on any other criteria, including these, let us know. Whether you're an old school gamer or someone new to gaming, these fresh games from 2020 are definitely going to keep you up for hours. We want to click this link to see our video on the top mobile games out right now, and are going to make more lists like this for you. So leave a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss one.